Dear students, Assalamu alaikum and welcome to your English class. Well, dear students, in our last video class, we have gone through a very beautiful poem, Vocation, which is about a little child and his innocent wishes. Now, today we will go through its summary. Well, dear students, in this poem, a child speaks about his wishes and attractions. It shows the state of his wavering but innocent mind. The poem is about how a child gets attracted to the ways of people around him and finds different curiosities and attractions in their lives. He is not aware of the tough routine they have to go through. It also shows his innocence and lack of worldly sense. At different at three different points of time during the day, he notices different people, a hawker and a gardener, and lastly a man who was uh, there on the street. The watchman, the hawker, the gardener, and the watchman. So, at these three different occasions, uh, he gets impressed by their free choices and independent way of life. When the gong sounds 10 in the first part of the day, he goes to his school and sees the vendor, the hawker, crying bangles, bangles, crystal bangles, precious stone bangles, and he wishes he was a hawker. He wishes he could be a peddler and move freely anywhere just like him. When the gong sounds 10 in the first part of the day, he goes to his school and sees the vendor crying bangles, crystal bangles, precious stone bangles, and he wishes he could be a peddler and move freely anywhere just like him. At 4 in the evening, while returning from school, at the same time he sees the plant specialist, a gardener, digging the ground, burrowing the ground, and the child wanted to be a nursery worker. He wishes to play in the dust like the gardener does. At the point when night falls, his mom sends him to bed and he sees the guardian uh, or the night watchman, street watchman moving. He sees him through the window and he wishes he could be a man like him, a gatekeeper or a watchman like him, so that he could also move here and there in the streets at night freely. So, this is the summary of this poem, Vocation. You uh, may please read it carefully and note it, write it down uh, in your notebooks for future reference. So this was the summary of the poem Vocation. Now, dear students, From the way the child envies the hawker, the gardener, and the watchman, we can guess that there are many things the child has to do or must not do. Make a list of do's and don'ts. The first line is done as the child must come at a fixed time. The child must not get his clothes dirty in the dust. The second one, the child must come home on time and go to bed early. The child must not play in the sun, summers, or get wet or get dirty. The third point, the child must go to school every day. The child must not go alone anywhere. These are some do's and don'ts about the child. You can add few more to this list as per your understanding. So we conclude it here today. Thank you very much. Take care and